Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in today. What I have for you is I have a bunch of different clips that I've gathered throughout KVK and some of the fights we had, and this is kind of just a big compilation of some random fights that I couldn't fit into other videos. So this will be the remainder of my KVK 3 footage that I was able to get. We are pretty at peace right now in our KVK TLO. They played very well, and we fought very hard, and they definitely deserve the win on this one. Applauses to everyone on all sides. It was amazing fighting from everybody, and it was a bunch of fun for all 6 of our kingdoms. And so right now what we're looking at is we are battling for one of the level 6 sanctums. We're battling in the south one. We were trying to take some ground on TLO since they were focused in the middle, and so we decided to all port in and try and take and hold this southern level 6 sanctum. And so this is just some footage of us fighting them off. And at this point, a lot of our guys have taken a lot of losses, but not so much used up all of their resources. And so a lot of us are really getting involved right now. Hitting a lot of the bigger tier 7s on the other side, and so a lot of these fights, I'm like, even a tier 6 player like me, this footage is a little old. I actually put a lot of work into my heroes over the last couple of weeks, so stay tuned for hopefully some better content in the future. But most of these battles, like I was saying, was really just to try and deplete the enemy of their resources. I knew that I was losing the majority of the fights that I was getting in just because some of these tier 7 players just, they have full mythic gear and maxed out mounts, and at that point, like, my troops barely do any damage to them. So what you're seeing right now is TLO's got a rally coming in on our sanctum. We're kind of setting up for defense right now and trying to block off any rally fillers, because a big thing that we learned in this KVK is it's not all about the leader's stats and who's got the better stats and mounts and skills, and it's really about who can keep their rallies filled. Because if you're having an 800k or a million troop difference, like, that's going to really impact the damage that you do. And so really focusing on trying to cut these guys off. As you can see, I'm playing on my phone right now, and so my fat fingers, I'm trying to not hit our allies, and so we got some guys overextending. TLO's chasing them down. That's what happens when you don't stick with the group. And so right now we're kind of just letting our fillers do their thing. As you can see, Death Coil, his name is Devilish in this rally. He changes his name all the time. It's a strategy a lot of these big tier 7s do. He is unbelievably strong. He has absolutely maxed out everything. His account is very impressive to watch fight. His troops just don't die, and they do so much damage. You're going to see some clips in the future, in further down in this video, of me absolutely getting spanked by Death Coil. He practically kills half my troops in a matter of seconds, and it's really impressive. And so right now we're just defending. We're chasing down some of the TLO members that are overextending, trying to hold them off, not let them join the rally, and we're kind of just letting our fillers do our thing. So sorry for the lag too. Like I said, I recorded all this on my phone, and so the quality isn't the best. I was traveling a lot over this last week, so a lot of the footage I got, I was in the car and I was driving for some of it. Don't text and drive, not condoned on this channel, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So right now I'm getting in on the action. I've taken a lot of losses. I'm not saying I've taken more losses than some of these tier 7 players. I'm going to run through some stats right now, actually. So Death Coil, he probably got like 6 billion kills this KVK alone. It was unbelievable. And then on the other side, on our side, our tribe leader, his name's Raymond right now. He got 5 billion kills all on his own. All of T7 players on both sides of the aisle right now are down 10s to 20 of like million power. They're down so many losses right now. So Death Coil, I know off the top of my head, he came into KVK about 220 million power. Then he dropped down to almost 170, got himself back up to 190, and then I think he was down to as low as 160, but now he's almost back up to 200. Like I said, that guy's an absolute beast, and it's been a pleasure fighting him over these last couple of weeks. And so running through some of the chief kills, Death Coil has 7.2 billion kills as of right now. Raymond's at 5.1. TLO, Ahihi, he's got 3.3 billion. Then we've got a bunch of VAWR guys, a bunch of guys on our side. So we have Thorsty, he's at 3 billion. Golden Boy, 2.9. Miss Alpha, he's at 2.8. We got Hellsbane at 1.3. Then we go back over to TLO. Super Mario's at 1.2. And so we've got so many people that have over 1 billion kills from this KVK alone. So looking at tribe kills, TLO, they've got a combined 37 billion kills as of right now, and My Alliance is at 32.2, 149. I cannot thank them enough for all the help that they gave us throughout this KVK. They were there at every fight. Their Tier 7 were battling Art, their T6, even their T5 were getting involved, and overall it helped out our alliance a lot when trying to fight TLO. But again, TLO did an amazing job fending off 2 different kingdoms and proved that they definitely won this KVK. So yeah, so right now, again, just holding off some of the defenders, getting in on the action, trying not to get my marches melted, trying to move the group. So here we're getting into clip 2. So again, this is at that same level 6 shrine, and we are currently defending it from TLO. I'm guessing this is Death Coil again, who's leading it, just with another name change. And so as you can see, we are pretty split and we are ready to rumble. And so for this footage, I want to apologize. I was in the car for this footage, so I am just trying to drive and play at the same time. So if it looks like I'm not getting in on the action, it's because I'm trying my hardest, and this footage is sped up at 2 times speed just because it was so laggy on my phone. Usually I like to record on my laptop, but I didn't have that privilege this weekend. So here we go, just trying to fight off TLO. We're trying to take the ground. We want to be able to fill our shrine, and we want to be able to cut them off. And so here's the scramble. You can see all the big players getting in after it. Everyone you're seeing right now is a Tier 7 or a Tier 6 player. The majority of them are Tier 7. A lot of these Tier 7 accounts that we're running 24/7 throughout the course of this KVK on both sides of the aisle. And so you can see TLO's fighting us off pretty well. I got spanked pretty hard by Ruby, one of their top 5 players, and this is kind of what it looks like once you get in contact with a Tier 7 player and you don't have Tier 7 yourself or max out heroes, so you just get melted. So as you can see, they're doing good. They're fighting us off. We are trying our best, but we are absolutely getting melted right now. They're pushing us back pretty well. So as you can see right here, they're really kind of fending us off, and they're taking care of the shrine. They're doing a lot of damage to us right now since we can't keep it full. Yeah, see in there you can see Ruby, Ahihi, those are their top Tier 7 players. They were really getting involved. They were on all the time helping Death Coil. So here's another clip I got. Again, it's that same level 6 shrine. We were fighting there all night. And this is just some of the action that I caught. So TLO, they just disbanded a rally, and something we like to do sometimes is we'll let them disband a rally and we'll try and kill their members as they walk back. And so this next clip that you're watching right now, this was kind of the final stand here. We all marched to the middle, and we said, because TLO was going to take the middle building, everyone that was online that had space, we marched. And as you can see, I get absolutely melted. So this is Death Coil absolutely spanking me right now. And this was kind of our final stand right here. This was give it everything we've got, try and show them what we're made of. And as you can see, it was a bloodbath, but it was well worth it. Tons of fun. Love getting the opportunity to battle it out with these guys. So much better than just sitting back in our kingdom having to farm all the time. But yeah, as you can see here, they're spanking us pretty hard. They've got a lot more. They had a lot more activity than we did. So as you can see here, Death Coil locks on. Right now, I just try to hit from the side. Oh, Ruby found me, so Robin Hood, there we go. Now I'm getting melted again. Time to retreat, but it's too late. Yeah, so as you can see, there goes my archers. I'm just getting melted. We're all dead. We're just running right now. Yeah, Super Mario again, another one of their top 5 guys. At this point, I said I'd rather save the March time. Let's finish it. So that about wraps up this clip. I show some of the other tier 7s. Witchy, one of our top 3 players. She was amazing this KVK. She was always battling anytime she was online. She played so much. A lot of these guys stayed up all night, some nights just fighting. And so big shout out to all the tier 7 who put in a lot of hard work this KVK. As you can see, it's just too much for us to handle, and they overpower us here pretty good. So that's the end of clip 4. We are about to get into clip 5. So here's clip 5. We got a little flag rally. So about 2 days after the middle ground opened, TLO did a very good job in beating us to the center area. And if you guys are learning in KVK, defense is really strong. And so if you can defend, you are going to have the upper hand in a battle. And so this is us. We made an amazing push. We're pushing all the way back into the middle. We've got to get through this last set of flags, and then we can continue onwards towards the middle. And so right now we've got a double rally going between our alliance and 149, the Red Queen. Huge shout out to her. She was amazing helping us out this KVK. And as you can see, this is the power-up Death Coil that we were dealing with. We have 2 rallies, maxed out tier 7 players, and we're just not doing anything. They can't refill. And we were really struggling right there. TLO did a great job porting in their members whenever we were pushing in a location, just so they could easily refill their towers. It was something we really noticed that they did well, and it really bit us in the butt when trying to take down their towers. They could just keep them full because they have all these members around that they can just hide troops in. So here's almost the end of the clip. Red Queen's going to call hers back, and then we're going to disband ours because we're just not doing anything to this. And so we're not just going to sit here and take more and more losses. So about to jump into clip 5. Here's clip 5. Another flag rally. Another long loading screen. So again, here's our maxed out tier 7 baddest of the baddest Raymond taking on Death Coil, and we're doing everything we can right now to push back TLO and hold our ground. And they're just doing such a good job defending, and Death Coil's stats are just so high, and they're hiding in their own members' cities, just running around like a hee was there, and they're able to refill their towers, and there's not much we could do about it. Later in the game, we started spreading out our troops when we would push, just so they couldn't port in, but then again, all they got to do is go 2 or 3 or 4 flags up, then just wait. So it was definitely tough, but a lot of lessons learned this KVK. So here we are again, getting shot down by Death Coil, which is we learned that if your attack percentage wasn't at least 150% higher than the defender's defense, you don't do any damage. So you have to have 150% spread between the two, and we just couldn't because Death Coil used both defensive mounts that were giving them 53.7% each, and there's just not much we can do about it. So amazing job by him. He's spanking us pretty good again, and we're struggling to even keep this rally full since we're so late in the game, and a lot of our guys are hurting right now for resources and a lot of losses from these tower fights, and so activity was definitely a real struggle. So we're about to disband the rally right now, giving it everything we got. We're walking away saying that we gave this everything we had, and that's what we want. So a lot of lessons learned for KVK 4. Here's the report. As you can see, it's not very pretty. Hopping into clip 6, we've got Raymond taking on Death Coil at another tower. I believe we win this one, actually. I may be mistaken, but
I believe we win this one. Ahihi setting a counter rally right now to try and take down our troops. So I could be completely wrong. I'm doing this off of pure memory. So they canceled, yeah, and so now we start to take it down. I think what happened was, I don't think Deathcoil was defending. I think it was Coring Guard. He's one of their top 5 players as well, super strong, but again, just comparing to Deathcoil. The spread is there, so here we definitely got that 150% mark, and as, man, we're going to swarm them. We're going to try and make them take as many losses as we can. So here's our victory to end the clips. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for migration, and I appreciate you guys being here. Like and subscribe down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.